Now, not everybody in the free church, independent churches have been keen on liturgy. And really, there's been a resurgence over the last 10, 20 years. But one of the interesting things I found out about the office recently was that its roots go right back into Judaism and right back to the era of the Babylonian exile. And I thought that was fantastic because the Jews had to leave their country. They left unexpectedly. They left unintentionally. They didn't want to leave at all. And they were taken into exile, and it said they developed then a rhythm of prayer, and they developed it in order that they wouldn't lose their own identity, and it would keep them connected into God. And that's very much what the office is for me. It is something that keeps you rooted and connected into your Christian faith, your Christian background, your Christian history. So for the traditional monastic community, the office has been at the heart of monastic life. And I think for the new monastic communities too, the value of the office is beginning to be more and more appreciated. So I'm glad, Andy, we've been able to offer a small contribution. We didn't expect it to go so well, did we really? Or we didn't know, did we?
Well, I've always had the feeling, I think we were surprised when everybody said, let's just keep it as it is. And that all these years later that we would still be using so much of it exactly the same. But and like when we first did the office book and printed it for ourselves, you know, we'd got one bequest, but it wasn't enough to buy a house with, and we got the chance of, I think it was 500 of these filofaxes. We used a filofax or daytime of the American.
Yeah, just show everybody that one.
And,
the first one.
But it's loose leaf thing with where you can
because
take
it was
things
still
in and out.
experimental, wasn't
The
it?
idea was that whatever went in, we might want to change it. And then it became useful because you would put in a month of daily readings at a time and then change them. But we very much thought that anything we were doing was provisional. We didn't think that it would turn out to be as I was going to say successful. That's the wrong word. As enduring as it was.
Well, you did all the negotiations with Harper Collins when they come. Because I wasn't fussed about having anything to do with Harper Collins at the time.
A lot of the problem was acknowledgements and copyrights and all that sort of thing. But and sometimes I think we've ended up acknowledging too little. But when we do as much as anthologising as what I do, and we're putting together the daily notes and things, your acknowledgements are almost as long as the text.
Andy, just run through the development of the office there with us before we close up. Yeah, just with the books.
So that was our first one.
That's
we did 500 and flogged off the excess at some conferences.
That's it.
And one of them must have fallen in the hands of Harper Collins, and they wanted us to do the Northumbrian Office but call it Celtic Daily Prayer. So we consciously picked out... Yeah, that was right, but I consciously picked out readings that did more to do with the Celtic stuff out of what we'd done. The night prayer was the supplements to it. It was other stuff that by now other people had in their filofaxes as an additional pack, and another 12 months of notes. Then it became the Celtic Daily Prayer, which had the two books previously slightly revised, put in there, and then a lot of other resources. We did a third one, Celtic Daily Readings, which was a third year of notes, just as a supplement, which they brought out quite quickly, went out of print. And then you've got other editions. That's the American one, which doesn't fall apart as quickly, and that's a subsequent British edition. So they might look a bit different, but they're the same animal.
Yeah. Now I live in Turkey now, and I'm going in a little bit of a new direction. So I've actually revised my office. So the office that I originally did with Andy, the Northumbrian office, is still in our office book, but we've developed another one now called Emigrate, a daily office, simply because we're in a completely different environment, a completely different place, and the prayers that we now read are more conclusive to what we're doing. But my heart is rooted in my history, and my history is in the Northumbrian office with you.